hoofs are very different. Okay? This is a little harder to see. I'm going to turn it in the face, you guys.
Yes? You need to copy down your physical exam information on page 9 and then give it to me.
He is, square it up. Left front and right front are very different. Okay? The left front is a little harder to see here, but he's a little longer in the toe. And on his right front, he's actually got a little bit of a dip in his hoof. Okay? We determined that we did hear a clank, and that is a loose shoe. Okay? So that does affect some of his jogging. Problems with long toes and maybe an uneven farrier is that it can create problems that go up the tendons and to the back, and you can get a lot of soreness over a long time. It can all be fixed. It just is easier if we can prevent it. Okay? All right, so other things that I like to do on physical exam is put my hand on them and go over their entire body. Okay? And to see if I've got, and you can do 2 exams at once. You can do your physical hands-on exam, and you can do part of your neurologic exam. Okay? So in the other species, in the dogs, you've got the neurologic exam of everything on their face. Well, we can do all that while we're doing it. So you've got, sticking your hand in, and you've got schnoz. Okay? They should pull away from you to where they don't want something in their nose. Okay? Also, you've noticed that he's licking and he's chewing. So he's got his normal there, and then he's got some normal blink, and his face is all menace. Okay? We've already touched his ears. We know he's sensitive there, so I'm not going to dwell on it. We just know that it's already notated. Okay? And I'm trying to find anything that, while we're here, I always check, see that he's got a good jugular. Okay? Because if he's been stuck a bunch of times, he may have some calcification or some scar tissue in there, and we want to see that we've got a good flow back. It also gives us a little bit of a hint as to what he's like to do a stick on. Okay? You can also get your hydration test in there by doing your pinch. That's it. I also, while I'm doing it, I like to feel and see. Part of my neurologic or physical is to see if we've got pain that's hidden. And what I'll have is some sort of object, and I'll just run it alongside them. See if I can find some pain. Actually, he's okay. I want him to tell me what's going on, and he is going to talk. Not that. So he's a little sore right there. And if you're ever doing this on the rear end, be aware that you are dealing with the most powerful portion of the horse. So they, just keep your distance. Coming over his gluteals and down. Not too bad. A little bit of soreness in the back on the left-hand side. You'll get horses that are sore in the neck. Catch that? Turned his head towards me, and I stayed there. When I continued, he started to pick up that foot, saying, lady, I'd rather you not go there. He's talking. He's not being mean. He's just telling me what's going on. Always, whenever I look for something, I try to repeat it. Okay? 1 time could be a lie. 2 times, maybe not. 3 times, definitely no. Okay? So we have a little bit more sensitivity over here. This tells me that this muscle has been tight. Why? I don't know, but he may have been because of the stuff down there. What happens in the feet gets transferred all the way up to the whole body. Okay? And then once I've done the deep stuff, then I make sure that we don't have any major problems scar tissue-wise. Check for digital pulses. on his right side a little bit. Oh. Yeah. He was sore more on the left, but I bet you it's right in here. So she said that he broke about 4 lead ropes he won't tie. So that takes quite a bit of power. So he's got some issues with that. Okay. So when I go over with the hand, then we get a little deeper, and I usually go and start palpating the tendons on the front to see if we've got some long-term issues. I always do things the same way every time. It doesn't matter how anybody does it, as long as you do it the same way. So I do from the outside in. Soreness on the superficial digital flexor tendon. Soreness on the suspensory. Yeah, actually, yeah. I don't care what it's first. Okay, so I got soreness on the tendons on the left arm. So he's sore on the tendons on both front feet. Probably from being a little bit longer than that. Done. Okay, we're going to do a couple flexion tests on him just to show you guys. On the flexion test, what we do, we've already done the straight jog, and that's always where we start off from. Then what we do, what I want you guys to watch for is, now I'm going to do a flexion test on his, I'm just going to do the front fetlock and knee or carpus, and I'm also going to do a hot test, okay? And so what we're going to look for is I will pick up the foot and flex it, so it's a stress test to tell us, is there pain in those joints? And I'm going to flex it and hold it and stress it, and then when I get ready to go, and this is where it's important for you guys as the handler, is you're going to be saying, okay, are you ready? And then, you know, when I drop the leg, Donna's going to go straight into a jog, okay? No walking, no, and if he's going to hesitate like he did before, then I'll get behind him and I'll do what's necessary. And what we're looking for is he sore? And soreness is shown that normally he should take about 3 wrong steps. Like when you get up from the movie theaters, you take a couple wrong steps, but then you walk out of it, then he should walk out of it, okay, or jog out of it. If he goes beyond that and he continues to stay lame, then he has failed that flexion test, okay? So what we would be writing down is that if we were doing the, say, left front fetlock and he was lame, I would say that he was positive on that because he is positive. Okay, all right, let's come on. We're taking this long straightaway so we don't have anything wrong.